Hi, I'm Dr. Elliot with the Rise Wellness Center, and I just wanted to talk a little bit today about how small imbalances can lead to fairly large consequences in your body. One of the first things that I do when I start an exam process with a patient is I have them stand on a bilateral weight scale, which shows if they have even pressure coming down through their hips. And you can just imagine that if someone is off by 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds, that naturally they're going to have a lot more strain and stress inside their body than they should. A careful exam goes on to reveal that if someone has an imbalance in their shoulders, or if their head is tilted, or if their pelvis is twisted or unlevel, then naturally they're going to be a little bit more prone to the types of stresses and strains that lead to these wear and tear patterns that we talk about and we see on x-rays. One of the examples that I use is that if you were to drive a vehicle with a slightly bent axle, and it would be pulling to one side, the ride would be fairly poor, the tires would wear unevenly, the shocks, brakes, and discs would wear unevenly, and clearly the performance of that vehicle would be quite substandard. So the same is true of the body. We notice that people will actually not only have these imbalances, but we can see it as wear patterns in their shoes. When we take x-rays, we can see on the little shock absorber discs in your spine, there'll be wear patterns there and little bone spurs forming where there's too much stress. So a careful exam and history and also an x-ray can reveal where the wear patterns are, and then we can start to find out where those small imbalances led to the long-term consequences that we're now seeing clinically. So obviously a lot of this can be related to the pain patterns that you and other people feel every day, and minimizing this through a regular chiropractic care has been shown to not only reduce the amount of pain we feel, but it can actually reverse the damage that we see in our patients. And so a University of Colorado study that came out a few years back politely showed us that a 1 millimeter shift in a vertebral position can actually cause a 60% loss of nerve signal in the body. So we realize that there's a fairly large component to almost like this dimmer switch that can happen on nerves when our spine is shifted out of place. And so one last thought to leave you with about how small things can cause big perturbances in our life is imagine riding a bike with oval tires and see how strange that ride might be. Tiny little shifts, tiny little changes in geometry and stability and balance can lead to a much rougher ride. Or try sleeping with a mosquito. Until next time, we'll see you soon. Bye now.